These videos are satiric reviews. You don't have to agree, but don't bitch about it.
The following year at WrestleMania 8, the Dead Man would take on none other than Jake the Snake Roberts.
Hibiki! TMD!
It's good to be back. Thank you, V, again for having me, my man. This time, taking a look at the streak. The streak, not Goldberg, not Asuka, The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Match number 2 from WrestleMania 8 against Jake the Snake Roberts. Trust me.
Trust me, 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 trust me.
This match in the timeline of the streak had a lot of firsts and a lot of lasts. It was Jake Roberts' last match for the WWF for 4 years, as backstage he would hold up Vince McMahon and the company for more money, being disgruntled, and then, not getting his wishes, would leave for WCW a few months later. This was also the first time The Undertaker was given a babyface run. While previously being the top heel duo in the company from mid-91 to this time in 92, Jake Roberts and The Undertaker were the most terrifying thing on WWF television, possibly ever at the time, and as a youth, scared the hell out of me. Running roughshod over Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and essentially every babyface they ran into, they were unstoppable. But finally, on an episode of The Funeral Parlor in early 92, there was a glimpse, a possibility that The Undertaker might go babyface. For the first time, the two clashed.
You hit The Undertaker with everything you had, but he just kept coming.
Simple foreplay.
Ha! Gay!
When the time comes, I will hook the head and I will drive him through the mat. I will put the final nail in your own coffin. Trust me.
I'll be honest, as lackluster as this actual match at WrestleMania was, not even going 10 minutes, the build for its time was incredible. That shot of The Undertaker's hand being slammed into the casket holds up to this day as, ooh, cringy. Man, it was just executed so well, and was a perfect transition for The Undertaker as a babyface.
Jake Roberts, prepare to meet your end.
Jake was a very cunning and menacing individual, a man who was known for the way that he could manipulate and get inside the heads of his opponents. He was a man with all the answers and seemingly no fear, which is why Jake's initial reaction to seeing the man from the dark side is perfect. The match itself, not so much. Not so much.
Now, I mentioned earlier that backstage prior to the show, Jake Roberts held up Vince McMahon for more money and Vince refused. You would never know that if you watched Jake's promo here, which in my opinion was delivered very well. Besides the constant chewing on the hair like it's a Twizzler and the rubbing down of the chest like this is Legends of Wrestling in 99, which is very ugh.
The people here, they love Jake the Snake. He was one of the first to come to Casino Magic. He's been waiting a few days for this match, just waiting to get a Jim the Ant.
This promo was pretty good. Honestly, the best part about this match is Jake Roberts' tights. I don't know how he got away with wearing the tights back then. They're very ECW-ish to me, and I dare them to try to do that today. Maybe Velveteen Dream could pull it off, but tip of the hat, Jake. Now onto the match. I know that Jake Roberts, in my opinion, and a lot of yours, is a master of psychology, and I totally think there were glimpses of that in the later part of this match, but let's be honest, this was 7 minutes of punch and kick from The Undertaker. There was a little bit of cat and mouse from Jake in the very beginning, but man, they lost me. This just drug, and if this took place in a modern WrestleMania, fans would crap all over it.
When putting together this review, this was the first time that I'd ever watched Jake versus Taker, and 3 minutes in, I felt like I was suffering from deja vu. This match is more than just a little repetitive, as the two men constantly repeat entire spots. A lot of the time, it almost feels like complete clockwork. They stop being workers and start being cogs in the wrestling machine. They repeat themselves more than I do in my own reviews. It's such a shame that when taking into account the two legends in the ring, two true storytellers in the business, came together to tell this never-ending, non-interesting tale. What, did someone rip out the last page in their matchbook, so they're just stuck repeating the middle until they can come up with an end? Look, I know that metaphor wasn't exactly my best. But this match isn't exactly their best, and that is the true metaphor. The formula for this match is Taker approaches Jake, Jake hits him, then runs away, Taker approaches Jake, Jake goes to run away, Jake gets choked. Repeat, repeat, repeat. I mean, come on. Do you mean to tell me that this is the greatest we can get out of two of the most eerie workers in the business during WrestleMania season? This definitely falls short of the mark. And that mark is me.
What a mark.
Here's where the wrestling purists are gonna come at me. I'm gonna defend not selling a finisher for once. Yes, I get it. I have my gripes with the Young Bucks, but in this, it made sense. The Undertaker took 3 DDTs out of nowhere from Jake Roberts, sat up after every one. Each one did less than the one before it, but it made sense because the Undertaker was the only character at the time doing the gimmick. The dead man was just that. How do you kill a dead guy? Besides that, it was spilled to the outside. Undertaker hits a tombstone on the blue pads outside, yet Jake's head is literally 4 inches above the mat. But Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan sells it like he just gave it to him through plate glass or something. This happened all the time. It reminded me of when The Undertaker did it to Hogan, when Ric Flair put the chair down at Survivor Series 91 and Hogan's head was nowhere near it. But LOL 92 WWF. Other than that, Undertaker rolled him in. Very lackluster finish. That was the 1, 2, 3, and that was Jake's run and the end of the angle for the two.
It's over.
Jake would go on to feud with Sting in WCW, and after here, the Undertaker would go on to feud with... Hold on. Let me find... Kamala! Wow. Hey, if anything, this was better than his first match in the streak with Jimmy Snuka. Until we meet again, Hibiki TMD right here on the Social Injustice Warrior channel. Until then, peace and chicken grease. Trust me.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
That was disappointing.
So with that being said, I'm the Social Injustice Warrior V Infuso, and if you like the words that came out of my mouth hole and you too want to become a VTard, don't forget to like and subscribe. There's plenty more where this video came from. Follow me on Twitter because, hell, why not? It's not considered stalking if it's on the internet, am I right? And don't forget to join the Discord. I don't have anything catchy to add to that, but just join it. Just go do it. And if you have a free moment of time and a free dollar to spare, then head over to my Patreon, where for just $1, you too could help keep this boat afloat. And if you don't have that dollar, but you do have a free moment of time, then hit the share button. It will help me out tremendously.
The VTards, oh.